Dear all, welcome to my channel.
Hello everyone, how are you? Again, I'm coming a very interesting and very useful topic of in a business, which is may help you to further run a business with very smoother way. Today's topic is very critical, very popular, and very painful to the businessmen, which is they normally face the problem. So after many analysis, I come to a conclusion that no, I have to do this topic. Today's topic is the vendor versus customer. And if you see, most of the companies, vendors leads customers or business. For example, how it is. Normally, if you see the ratio, the vendors outstanding is almost double than customer, and the business owners are very much taking a lot of effort to handle this. There is lot of payments getting delayed, and many problems arise. So today the topic also in that only, how the vendors leads customer or business and why it is happening, and the next video itself I'll do the solution. So today's only I just raise a concern that why it is happened. So most of the answer will coming out when you see the questions why it is happened, and automatically the solution also in this interconnected with there, so that we can cover it up in the next video. So I'll just go in my actual topic. So why it is happened? Why vendors leads customer or business? Vendor leads means vendors materials or vendor money. Money exactly, it's a material. You are using vendors materials to produce your production, but you are not making in time payment. So what happened? Your creditors are getting too much high. For example, you take your creditors are having around 8 crore, your vendors are having 4 crore. So this gap is huge gap where always business owners facing problem to make the payments. The continuous follow up coming from the raw material owners, they not even leave you. How you manage? In the other time, you are not able to get that much money to pay because the gap was this much. Because the end of the month, when you plan for a monthly production, so your working capital circle itself, how much you want, you can say the 80% or 85% your raw material cost. So how you pay if you're not able to get? So this problem already happened in many companies, and they're not able to finalize. I seen in many companies, my experience itself, it's a huge difficulties companies are facing. So just I finalize this topic to be cover it up. So why it is happened? The first concern is why it is happened is end moment decision due to no planning. It's the first point I raise. It should be a last point. But why first point? Because I need to highlight this. Most of the companies I seen, their purchases has no plan. They not even plan for the month end itself, next month planning. So what happened? Based on the production requirement, they are making the payments and purchasing the items. So they not even calculate end moment what actually needed. So much raw material they dumped in the stock which is need not required. And what happened? Your entire money has go out, and in compare to that, your production is not in that much. End of the time, when you planning for your inflow, it's not coming. So always your raw material has been dumped to your stock, but and your outstanding is getting high. The raw material suppliers are asking lot of payments against you. You're not able to make the payment in time, and slowly what happened? They coming to an advanced level. When you make the payment only, they will give the raw material. So your impression when gone, this stock will be finished after some time, within 2-3 months. Again, when you go from the supplier to ask the money, that time they will ask you advances. which is for you difficult. Rotationally it's not happening. So end movement decision will leads you a wrong decision of purchasing. No calculation involved over there. So this is the biggest mistake I seen in a companies. They always plan very end movement what is actually required. They thinking that end movement what I done, it's actual solution. No, it's actually a big problem. Because why end movement it came, everything should be a plan. I will cover it up in the next video. For this end movement decisions, how to do the solution. Second is mind assumption of the production cost and dump the raw material. Yes, you don't have idea about your production cost, what is actually production cost to be. You don't even done the costing. When you do the costing, if you done also, it's a completely in mind. No, I know this much to be. When you write in a pen and paper or in a proper procedure, if you make a proper P&L or costing sheet, when a particular material when you prepare, you have to understand what is the raw material cost, what is my variable cost, what is my fixed cost, what is my other than anything is there which is contribution cost. So after that you finalize, okay, this is my actual cost. Based on your cost only you have a categorize. For example, a particular material if you prepare, your cost will around 80% of raw materials. Other 20% may be the other cost, variable cost, the power, fuel, the fixed cost, salary, contractor salary, or which is related to the factory, whatever the fixed cost. So when you compare, you're automatically understood that this much inflow I have to invest, outflow should be invest to the raw material of 80%. Then other things will be the 20% involved. So your parameter will be very properly allocate to your purchases if you know your proper costing of the product. Second is third is no idea about actual raw material consumption. Yes, many time what happened, you are thinking your production cost is okay what you are actually looking, but after some time you understand when you produce a good product, quality has been involved, so your consumptions are getting more high, but you don't have idea that what is the consumption is happening. For that monthly P&L is required, monthly production P&L is required. One is factory potential or company P&L, one is actual production P&L. So for the production P&L, if you do that, so actual consumption you can find out. In this you have to every time you have to maintain your stock. What is your opening stock is there, end of the month what is your closing stock, middle what is already you consumed. If you know properly, your cost involvement also is coming. For example, your cost of production is coming too much high. In compared to that, what selling price you have, pass on price, it is less. So that time what happened, your automatically profit margin will get down. Whatever money you earned, it's not enough to your purchase of raw material, not even plan for your other costs. So it's too much important that you have to understand your consumption cost. How much consumption? What is the percent of the consumption is happening? Is this 85% or 90% or 93%? We should be properly calculate your consumption part so that you can have a based proper idea to calculate this. And there is a 4 point missing forecast cash flow. After all this calculation also, if you don't have forecast of your cash flow planning, then your working capital gap will be too much. Working capital in the sense the current liability versus current assets. So what is your liability? For example, if you have a 5-6 crore your creditors payment, when you compare your customer, if you say the creditors versus debtors, when your debtors inflow is only 3 crore. So how you manage? If you plan it for next month around 5 crore turnover, you're almost 4 to 4.5 crore raw material is required maybe. Then how you manage? Because inflow is only 3 crore. So in between you have to sell in a mid month, then only you have to earn again. What happened in this? You have to reduce your credit period of the customer. So many implication will happen. if you don't have proper forecast of your cash flow. When you do the forecast of cash flow, you have a basic ideas that what would be of my inflow, and based on this you can plan your outflow. In a, if your business like that, your credit period of customers are too less, so then you can plan in mid also what you sold, then you have to again recover the money, then you purchase again. So everything you can plan when you have a forecast cash flow. In this forecast, or you have to projected cash flow, when you prepare that base idea, every week you have to compare with the actuals to projected, where your money is going on, how to control all this. So this is one problem which is I am taking in front of you. Last is working capital gap due to cash inflow not coming in time. It's a too much issue. I seen in many companies, they are very good in production, they are very good in purchasing, they are very good in supply, everything. But the main time the money is not coming. In the sense, your creditors you are paying around 30 days, your debtors money is coming after 45 days. How you manage? It is impossible, because your gap was 15 days. Always late you are paying, but you are paying more time, so early. So you try to understand your money also should come bit early, or you have to reduce your credit periods of the customer side, and you have to see properly in a proper analysis that what days you are paying and what days you are coming. If you maintain this, automatically what happen, inflow will be with you, and you try to make it happen uh, to reserve fund for a particular further any. For example, you plan something for the production, suddenly you don't have money, when you always you wait for your customer. That is why I am telling this line that vendor leads customer, means vendor money we are using and selling the product, but end of the time the customer should lead your business. Customer money should be yours with you, so that you can utilize this money to prepare things. But now what happened, normally in the company I seen customers are very authentically paying to you, but when you see vendors payments going too much high, so all the money will go to the vendors, and the raw material you dumped it from you, so all the vendors will help you to lead the business. But normally what happened, that should be the customer should lead, customer money should lead to you. Customer money means your money only when you sell. So just try to make it happen that your money in time should come, maybe it's delay bit. So this gap always to be 100%, customers should lesser than vendors, then only you can manage. So that is why I don't want to say you the solution, because one by one solution part also a big factor, which is I will cover in the next video, that what are all maybe the solution to handle the vendor lead should be a customer lead to a business. How the vendors is leading now, and how one time the customer will lead your business, or you can lead your business. That's all from my side. I think this video will help you to understand where you are, how to manage your working capital gap, your vendors why is too much heavy compared to your customer. So all these things are too much important to run a business. Many time what happened, the so much credit will happen, finally the business are getting shut. So this some major changes required, which is in the next video I will take it up. Thank you very much for your time.